Hey, everyone's dying to come into this video just like a graveyard. That should be my intro. But the story about getting kissed on the hand by a stranger starts out by me getting stood up by I wouldn't even call her a date because she didn't even show up. I drove 2 towns over to give her because she's been driving uh 2 towns over from where she lives to get to me for a couple of times. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna drive out to there. But she didn't even show up. Like I was texting her, like she wasn't there, and I had to, I drove all the way home, and then she finally texted me. Oh, I slept in. All right, well that's a coincidence, but um, she also was sick. Yes, that's why I think it was BS because she was saying, "Oh, I'm sick." The next time I tried, she posted it on her Facebook right as I was texting her, like some type of pathological liar, huh? But anyway, that's not the point of the story. I got stood up for her that night. I was fuming, and later that night there was karaoke, so I decided to rap "Spacebound" by Eminem. And I know the lyrics are a little misogynistic, I and dramatic, you know, violent. I don't agree with that type of stuff, but I was angry and the other heartbreak stuff in it. I decided to rap it because of how I was feeling. You know, I thought I was safe. There's no kids there. I did a head count. I was wrong. This guy comes swiftly up to me, waving his finger like you should be ashamed of yourself. And I start laughing. I'm like, you should hear the stuff I listen to on my free time. This is nothing. Dude, I listen to Gmo Ski, bro. That guy is a lot worse than what I rapped. And I get it. If you're offended by the lyrics, I understand. It's just I wouldn't say that to a woman. Like it's like I don't know. It's a song, and this guy's I'm laughing in his face because I'm thinking this is ridiculous. How can you be mad at a song at karaoke night? My town is like a little uptight sometimes. As some people are. No offense. So if they had it on karaoke night, it's not that bad of a song. You know what I mean? But he saw I was laughing and he's like, "You should be ashamed of yourself. Get out of town." Yeah, he told me, "Oh, I'm ruining the I'm ruining the class of this wonderful town." That's the type of stuff that just like some people were a little too uptight. Yeah. It's some there's some rumors that where I live some people think we're better than everyone else. Well, it's some people have that mindset. Like anyway, I'm not this is I I realized he wasn't kidding, so I'm like looking at the floor like away from him, like you gotta be kidding me. Yeah, I wasn't really that embarrassed. I was just like, oh, this is embarrassing for you. You gotta be kidding yourself, right? I, you you know, you guys know me. I'm apologetic when I'm in the wrong. Like I even when I'm not in the wrong. But this was just so out there, just not. I I knew I did nothing wrong. I questioned it a little bit, of course, in the moment because he's like down my neck, like you should be ashamed. Get out of town. I'm never eating here again. And like, why does that bother me? Why are you telling me that? Tell them that, you know, doesn't affect my wallet. Like, really? My friend was like, when I told him that, my friend that, he's like, oh, you're doing them a favor if that's the case. And he actually went to my other friend. My other friend's probably the most straight edged there. Like, and even he was like agreeing with him just for him to go away. And he sat next to me. He's like, yeah, I'm sorry that happened. And next time, do it a little bit later, so that doesn't happen again. Because it was 8:30 at night, so maybe that was a little too early for that type of hardcore, hardcore rap. I so anyway, fast forward to last night. Um, I was explaining to my friends. I'm like, "Yep, that guy right there. He did all this stuff that I just said." I explained her the situation. It would have been really awkward because if I didn't tell her that, because he walked over, got on his knees, and kissed my hand. Like, this is from like biblical times, or like back when like knights and kings and stuff, like, your majesty. Like, I appreciate he apologized. I appreciate it, but it was like, it's a little too much. Like, it just seems like anything he does is a little too like over exaggerated. Like, I want to know anything about that, guys. I'm as over exaggerated all the time, but he apologized. I told him, yeah, it's a little too risky of a song, but it was a song, and yeah, we squashed the beef. But I just, like, it was so surreal. It was like, that doesn't happen every day. Like, like someone walking up to you and kneeling on the ground and kissing your hand, like it's like some, oh, it's like, I it's my first kiss from a guy. All right. I not really. I know it wasn't like that. Just, you gotta laugh at this though. It's just like, it's just so random. But anyway, I that's my story, how a random stranger kissed my hand. And yeah, I it was kind of awkward. It just came out of nowhere. But it was a nice gesture, so, it's whatever. Talking about knights and gestures, yeah. Um I think that's everything. It just, moral of the story is just be nice to people, because he told me he was having a bad day, and I'm like, yeah, I figured it. Uh you know, don't retaliate, because they could end up apologizing to you. So, like, bite your tongue, like I did. I called him some names when he left, though. But bite your tongue in this situation. Get over. Try to get over it and not retaliate. Because once you retaliate, you're in the wrong too, and they're not gonna want to apologize and all that. So be their bigger man. Because they will literally get on their knees and kiss your hand like your royalty if you don't retaliate. Hey guys, and I'll see you when you watch me again, metaphorically. I got my first guy kiss. Not like I wanted. Dang it. 60-year-old man. Oh well. Be careful what you wish for, right?